guys, it's Miss Maya from the Green Free Library here to share another story time with you. I want to say hi to all my story time friends, Anna and Peter and Kate and Andrew, Ella, Lydia, Quinn, and Serene Parker, and hi to Stanley and Henry and baby Charlie, and hi to all the other children that come to the library for story time, and welcome to everyone else who's watching. I thought we'd start by singing the Hokey Pokey today. We haven't done that one in a while. I'm going to do it from my chair, which is a little harder, but you guys stand up and give yourself some room. We're going to do right foot, there it is, can you see it? And left foot, and then we're going to do right hand, left hand, and then we're going to do right elbow, right hip, left hip, our head, and our whole self. All right? Here we go. Put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Put your left foot in, there it is. Put your left foot out, you put your left foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Elbow, ready? Put your right elbow in, put your right elbow out, you put your right elbow in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Put your left elbow in, you put your left elbow out, you put your left elbow in and you shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Okay, here come the hips. That's a tricky one. Put your right hip in. You put your right hip out. Put your right hip in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey. You turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Put your left hip in. You put your left hip out. You put your left hip in and you shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your, what is it? Oh, your head in. Put your head out. You put your head in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Here we go, big finish. Put your whole self in. You put your whole self out. Put your whole self in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Whew, I gotta sit down. Well, I am sitting. You guys sit down. All right? Show me those hands. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Give a little clap. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Lay them in your lap. Oh my, we have talked about a lot of things lately, haven't we? Talked about spring and kites and Easter and Earth Day and Mother's Day. And last time we talked about shapes and nursery rhymes. I thought maybe we'd talk a little bit more, have a little review of our shapes, and do a couple more nursery rhymes today, okay? So, who remembers what a shape that has four sides that are all the same size? What's that called? Square. There it is. Very good. Now, what's the other shape that has four sides? Who said rectangle? Very good. There it is. And what's the shape called that has only three sides? Triangle. Good job. One more. What's the one that has no sides and it's round? Circle. Oh, you guys are on the ball today. Now, I'd like to read a couple of nursery rhymes more from our book that we read last time called Hickory Dickory Dock, that's illustrated by Sanja Rescek. And there are a couple in here, they're about sheep, right? Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and she can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home, wagging their tails behind them. And this one is called Baba Black Sheep. Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, yes, sir. 3 bags full. 1 for my master, 1 for the dame, and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. There we go. Now, shall we just do our Hickory Dickory Dock? Because we made that clock last week and that was kind of fun. Here we go. You still have your clock? Did you make a clock? Here's mine. You ready? Hickory Dickory Dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1. The mouse ran down. Hickory Dickory Dock. All right. For our project today, I thought we would make a Baba Black Sheep of our very own. All right. And you're going to need some paper and some scissors and maybe a stapler and maybe a paper punch. I used a paper punch. And some glue. Okay. Now, I used black paper because I had it. But you could use white paper and you could color it. And I used a coaster. Remember our coaster? What shape did we say that was? A circle. I used that for the body, and I put it on my black paper, and I traced it. Depends on how big you want your sheep to be, what you use to, what circle size you use. And here, let me get our little guy. Here he is. There's our Baba Black Sheep, and there you can see the big body is a circle, and then there are four legs, and they're rectangles. And then for the head and the 2 ears, they're kind of circles that got stretched a little bit. And the tail, well, I don't know. I'm not sure about the tail. Tail's kind of combination of rectangle and a triangle. But anyway, after you draw your shapes on paper, you need to have an adult help you cut them out. And then I used a stapler to attach my 4 legs. And then I glued all the other parts onto the body. But if you don't want to use a stapler, you could just glue everything. Then for the wool, I used a paper punch and I punched out a whole bunch of little white circles. And if you don't want to do that, if you have some cotton balls, or maybe if your mom or somebody in your family has some like cotton batting, you could use that instead. Then I put glue all over the body, and I took all those little white circles that I punched out and I dropped them and sprinkled them all over, which was really actually a lot of fun. Then of course for the eyes, you can see, what did I do? I used Google eyes because I love them. You know that. But if you want to just draw eyes on like maybe white paper and then cut them out and put them on there, that will be fine too. All right? And so there we have our Baba Black Sheep. Isn't he cute? Now, that's all I have for today, guys. I hope you had fun. Next week we're going to do something a little special, so you have to make sure you watch. All right? Till then, you be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.